Playoff time is just about over. We had some big victories and some teams were eliminated in another dramatic week of sports. I'm Cole Young, and welcome back to another edition of Sports Corner. Probably the biggest shock and most thrilling story of the week was the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning came into these playoffs as a number 3 seed and barely squeaked past the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 1. Now, in the second round, the Lightning again looked like a Stanley Cup winning team as they swept the number 1 seed Florida Panthers 4-0. The Lightning never gave up more than 1 goal in any game during the series. On top of that, they did this without one of their best scorers, Braden Point, who has been out with an injury since Game 7 of the series with Toronto. Completing the sweep, however, gives the Lightning and Point plenty of time to rest. Tampa Bay will now have to wait until the Hurricanes and Rangers series is complete. And the Hurricanes are currently up 3-2. Game 6 will be this Saturday, and if needed, Game 7 will be on Monday. On the other side of the bracket, the Colorado Avalanche and St. Louis Blues are still battling it out, and the Avs are currently up 3-2, and Game 6 will be tonight at 5 p.m. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Battle of Alberta. The Edmonton Oilers and Calgary Flames have been incredible to watch. For example, Game 1 ended with a score of 9-6, and both teams were scoring what felt like every 1 to 2 minutes. Then, in Game 3, Oilers left wing Evander Kane scored a natural hat trick over a 6-minute period. To clarify, this means Kane scored 3 consecutive goals in 6 minutes. After victory on Tuesday, the Oilers jumped out to a 3-1 lead. Edmonton was then able to secure the series and move on to the conference finals, winning Game 5 and defeating the Flames 4-1. Playoff hockey is incredibly intense and maybe a little bit stressful for fans, but it's just about over, and I know I'm going to miss it once it's gone. The other playoffs that are even closer to being over are happening over in the NBA. In the Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics are up 3-2, and Game 6 will be tonight at 5:30. This series has been completely back and forth, with both teams swapping wins. I can't fully remember if there's ever been a series like this, where the games have pretty much all been blowouts, but the series itself is very tight. Over in the West, it's been pretty much the opposite. Aside from Game 1, where the Warriors won by 25, the Golden State and Dallas series have had very close games, but Golden State started off dominating the series. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And in Game 4, the Mavericks played hard and well and had a major lead over the Warriors. But in typical Warriors fashion, they got hot at the right time and closed the gap quickly, almost looking like they might complete the sweep and take out the Mavericks. But Dallas was able to secure the victory and survive for one more game. They weren't able to survive too much longer though, as the Warriors won the series after winning Game 5. The Warriors are now back in the NBA Finals and are looking to continue their dynasty. For reference, the Warriors have been in 5 of the last 7 finals series and won 3 of those. They now will wait for the end of the Eastern Conference Finals to see who they will take on, either the Celtics or the Heat. Moving away from the world of major sports, there's a big event happening this weekend in one of my all-time favorite sports. The World Surf League is back this weekend with an event on the men's and women's championship tour. The Quicksilver and Roxy Pros will kick off this Saturday at Plengkung Beach, also known as G-Land, located on the eastern tip of the Java Island in Indonesia. This beach is known to have some of the best surf in the world, and it should make for a thrilling surf event. This event also has not been a part of the championship tour since 1997, so that adds just another layer of excitement. Felipe Toledo and John Florence currently hold the 1 and 2 spots on the men's leaderboard, respectively. On the women's side, Brisa Hennessy holds the top seat, with 5-time world champion Carissa Moore just 1 spot below her. Tune in on the WSL website this weekend to check out the event. To round out the show, I, of course, had to bring up something about the NFL. Every year, the best players at each position from both the NFC and AFC are selected to the Pro Bowl. This is a great honor for the players, as it means they're among the best at their position. They take a tropical vacation and have a week full of fun events and practices, and then play a ceremonial game, AFC versus NFC, on the Sunday before the Super Bowl every year. However, the game has become more of just a tradition that players and fans have to endure. The games are not competitive in the slightest, and the players participate at less than half speed to avoid injury in a game that means nothing. So the NFL is attempting to make changes. In the past couple of years, they've added fun competitions like obstacle courses and dodgeball games. While that's all fun and good, the core issue is still the game itself. So the NFL announced earlier this week they are looking at new options, one of which might be getting rid of the game altogether and finding new ways to showcase the players. One of those new ways might be a flag football game, and to be honest, that sounds like the best option to me. Only time will tell how the NFL chooses to replace this event, and I will report more as soon as the news breaks. As always, I appreciate you joining me for this week's edition of Sports Corner. Enjoy your weekend, have a happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you next week.